Introducing the LG Smart Check app. This is what your main screen will look like once you log in. We're going to connect to a refrigerator today, so I'm going to hit the connect button. It's going to ask us to scan the barcode. You can either scan the serial number barcode or you can scan the QR code that has thank you closest to it. If you do not have a QR code with thank you, you'll need to scan the serial number barcode, but either one of those will work as long as they're there. So that grabbed our model and serial number, and next we're going to choose Wi-Fi connection. It gives you instructions on how to connect to the Wi-Fi. So number one, it tells us to hold the Wi-Fi button down until it starts flashing, and then the number two tells us to go into what they call all on mode. It's the same as checking for hidden error codes. You want to let the 8888 light up on the screen for a second, then let go. So I'm holding the Wi-Fi button now. If you heard that chime, that tells us that the Wi-Fi is now active. And the next thing we're going to do is hold freezer and ice plus. I've got my 8888 on the screen, and I let go. So now you can click the X in the upper right hand corner. And there's the refrigerator we want to connect to. So we're going to touch that and press connect. And now we're ready to start using the app. Now that we're connected to the refrigerator, you can see the options that we have to choose from. We're going to start at the top with Quick Check. So Quick Check gives us the last 48 hours worth of data. So just a few things we'll point out real quick. You can see refrigerator room average temperature has been around 41 degrees. Freezer room's been around 0.5. And as you just look down, it just gives you some readouts for the last 48 hours that could be helpful. The next feature we'll look at is error code. This takes you out to the error code website and goes ahead and puts you into the refrigerator section since we're currently connected to a refrigerator. So if you have an error code on the display, you can go here and pull that article up to see what that error code means and get some troubleshooting information for those codes. The next item we'll take a quick look at is real-time monitoring. So it's telling us that there's no error codes currently, and here at the top you can go across, we can look at our temperature. So here's what's happening right now in the unit. Our freezer is 1.8 degrees, our refrigerator is 41.5. It's a little bit high because I've had the refrigerator doors open while connecting. Give us some stats off of our compressor and how it's running. Look at our fan RPMs. So it's saying 500 RPMs or above is the target, and then under item it's telling you what that freezer fan and ice room fan, what it's actually running at right now. We can check the status of heaters. We can check the status of our door lamps. I just opened a door, the right door, you see it went to open. Ice maker, if your ice makers are turned on, it'll give you those statuses. Dispenser, right now I'm going to hit the paddle to, let's get some water. So you see it went to push and the water valves went to open each time I push and let off. Or if I select ice, it's giving us auger motor status is on, cap ducts open. You can see the things change in real time. Just an overall product status here. You get your software versions at the bottom of the screen. And then lastly, you have a temperature graph to show you what your temperatures are currently doing. That's real-time monitoring. Next, we'll look at the black box feature. So whenever you enter the black box, this is going to give you data from the last 3 days' performance. You see the graph on the screen. The left side is the current day, and as you move to the right, that's the past 3 days. And I'll just show you as you move across, you'll see the date change. There's 8/7, there's 8/6, and there's 8/5. And it tells you, you see the temperatures changing. It tells you what your temperatures were doing at this time. That way you can look back and see some of the cooling performance. Gives you a readout of the diagnostic data. So it says we've been averaging around 37 degrees, or that's the control temperature. We've been averaging around 34, 33 in the refrigerator. Freezer, we've been around -0.5, -1.5. And then if there were any error codes, that would be logged here also. And the last item that we'll look at is manual control. So manual control, the first thing you want to do is hit where it says stop control. That's going to turn on the manual mode. So go ahead and turn that on. And these are the items that we have manual control over. So we can hit cycle. We can turn the compressor, the condenser fan on. I just heard the compressor kick on, and you've seen the condenser fan RPMs change. That's how the fan's spinning up. So you can actually control, and you can tell that fan and compressor what to do. I'll turn that back off. We'll go out, we'll go to our fans. So all our fans right now are currently off. The machine room fan's spinning down. I'll turn the freezer fan on, and you'll see your RPM start to climb. You can open the doors, you can put your hand up to the vents, you can feel that the fan's actually turning. Heaters, if you're needing to check voltage to a heater, you can turn on what you see on the screen: pillar heater, beta duct, beta gasket, and cap duct heater. And then door LEDs, if you need to turn on the lights inside any of the compartments, you can do that here for freezer, refrigerator, and the refrigerator we have right now does have a custom chill drawer or a middle room, so you can control that also. And we have requested that they add ice maker and dispenser functions to this as well, so that may be coming in the future. The important thing is, if you had anything turned on, make sure you turn it off. And before you go out of this step, you want to hit the start control, which actually powers it off and takes it out of the manual mode. When you activate manual control, you'll notice when you open the doors that the lights will be off and the control panel will be lit, be the only thing that'll be lit up. In all the compartments, when you open the doors, the lights will be off. So you can turn those lights on and off using manual control when you go to that section. Important note, units manufactured after May of 2024, when you come out of manual control, they should automatically reset and go back to working and cooling. If the unit was manufactured before May of 2024, when you come out of manual control, it'll be in the state that you see here. So your dispenser will be lit, and you can go through the different settings on the dispenser. When you open the doors, your display will be lit, but nothing else will be functioning. Your interior lights are off. The fans are not running, the compressor's not running. So you'll need to reset the unit. To do that, you can do it one of two ways. One, you can unplug from the wall, wait about 20 seconds, plug it back in, and the unit will come back and be working again. But if you don't want to have to pull the refrigerator out, if you're not able to do that, there's another way that you can reset from the control panel, which I'll show you now. So you'll come in, you'll hold down the lock button. Now our control panel is locked. Now we're going to hold the freezer button for about 5 seconds, and we'll see it count down from 3, 2, 1, and you'll hear the smart diagnosis. When it goes to end, the unit is reset. Our interior light just came back on. I just heard the dispenser flap function, and the fans and the compressor will kick back on shortly. We are now connected to a washer dryer combo. We did that the same way we did the refrigerator. We scanned the QR code on the model serial tag and then followed the instructions on how to connect to the Wi-Fi. With the laundry products right now, you have two items you can select, which is error code and black box. If you select error code, just like with the refrigerator, it takes you out to the error code website. If you select black box, it's going to give you some information from the last 5 cycles that the unit ran. So you can see here toward the top, you have an error code section. That's going to give you the last 5 cycles worth of codes. And then if you click overall status, it shows you all the error codes that can be displayed and how many times those have happened through the lifetime of the unit. Down on the bottom half, you have your last 5 cycles. It's going to tell you what course was selected. All the information that you see on the screen right now will be displayed. This unit that we have is new. It hasn't been ran through many cycles yet, so there's not a lot of information there. It'll tell you about your water supply. It'll tell you about your spins, the RPMs that it was trying to reach, and what it did actually achieve. And then you have other information like tub clean count, what the water temperature got to in the last cycle, things like that. So this is the information that's available through the black box for the laundry products right now.